staff retreat, and there's this huge piece of luggage in my minivan, which it wasn't my wife's, so I can't blame her. That's what the point was. And I was lifting this piece of luggage out, and something happened with my shoulder, and I knew something happened then, but I was like, well, let's just see, maybe it'll feel better over the next, because I'm a guy, you know, over the next week or so. And then, so that whole week, I couldn't sleep. I got a lazy boy. I tried sleeping in a lazy boy, that did not work. And literally crying at night because I couldn't turn over and just the pain that it caused. And so I ended up going to the doctor, and he wanted me to go to the ER, but I knew that if I went to the ER, they were just going to schedule an MRI, and I would have to go back and pay the money to be in the ER. So I just said, let me just go back to the doctor and have him schedule the MRI. And between that time, that doctor's appointment was on a Thursday or a Friday. Sunday, I was walking through the hallway, and I stopped by one of the Sunday school classes where Jim Ray was and some of his other students for the class. And I went in there and just was having small talk, and he started to explain what was happening with my shoulder and asked them to pray for me. And they prayed for me, but I didn't, it wasn't like the power of God fell in there, and I felt a tangible presence of the Lord, but I took it in faith, and I said, okay, I'm interested to see what the Lord's going to do with this. And from that Sunday morning to the next Monday, I had like full range of motion without pain, and when you're in that much pain and you find relief, you're just so thankful. And that's where I was. I was just so thankful. And then I went to the doctor, and he said, well, you have really good range of motion and what you're able to do with it, so let's just send you to physical therapy to strengthen the muscles around there. And so I went to physical therapy this past week. And she was like, well, you know, it says that you had a shoulder injury and tendonitis or what have you. Let's see what your range of motion is. And so she was giving me all these tests, and she was like, I'm not exactly sure why you're here, but we're going to work with you for a couple weeks anyways, just to strengthen your shoulder muscles. And so I am just so thankful that God, His healing power still is touching people, and He touched me the past couple weeks, and so I'm just thankful for that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't want to keep that kind of stuff to myself. I was going to share it last Wednesday at the staff meeting or at the prayer time, but I didn't, and I just think it's important that we encourage each other in those areas. So people that need healing and things like that, let's continue to pray for them. And it just doesn't happen to other people, but we can experience that for ourselves. So I appreciate you guys and appreciate this body that we get to pray for each other. So be encouraged. Okay?